Hey, Dad, can I get one of those, I saw it on TV, one of those, it's a Red Ryder, BB gun, carbine. I'd love to have one, Dad. It's a daisy, and it's signed by Red Ryder him very self.
My son, I'm sorry, but you can't have that, because, as we all know, you'll shoot your eye out. That's right, partners. You don't want to buy my rifle. Only I can have my rifle, because you don't know how to use a rifle, and you might, shoot your nose off, or your teeth, or maybe your grandma. You don't want to do that now. What happens when toys become terror and fun becomes fatal? Suddenly we face an era of adult weaponry being put into the hands of innocent children. Careless, crazy, unrelenting, and undisciplined. A path to perdition, danger, whether or not you're a Texas Ranger. The minds of children were altered by television ads, making them want to become one of Johnny Seven's gunners, where with this rocket and grenade launcher, you could blow up your grandma's house. Or maybe bonk your friend or the kid you hated at the playground right in the noggin.
Hey, Dad, I really want a Johnny 7. I could do all kinds of stuff with that.
No, son, you might as well put your hand on the barbecue. And you're not mowing the lawn either, not this way. What would the twisted toy makers think of next? In the name of amusement, play, fun, skill, and sport, they created lawn darts. A menace waiting to be unleashed upon the youth of America. There'd be a lot of kids who'd get the point in the wrong way or the wrong place of their bodies. Made to be durable, and yet unintentionally deadly. Come hell or high water. Inventor Bartolo Rizzo. But it would be legions of parents, insurance companies, and cadres of lawyers that would help to push for a ban on such dangerous toys as lawn darts. And it wouldn't be long before the federal government would join in the crusade to keep kids safe from menacing play. Enter the danger, the lure, and the hook of the candied cigarette. Let's start them with sugar, and we'll get them into the real thing as they mature. Picking up the real tobacco habit, hopefully by the age of 13 or 14. But the government came to the rescue for the children who would otherwise be not so lucky and might have a smile of doom. Salem, don't inhale them. That's right, kids. In 1964, the U.S. Surgeon General's report on smoking and health criticized candy cigarettes for trying to lure youngsters into the smoking habit long before Joe Camel hit the scene in the new millennium. Tobacco companies began to back away from these types of marketing strategies, and in 2009 the Food and Drug Administration banned the production of candy marketed as cigarettes. That way we could help keep our kids from using Pall Malls only to be pall bearers. And how about this as a device to protect our children from the 6 finger could lead to 6 feet under the ground as flying projectiles could wreak their havoc upon the body politic of youth. And now you could even shoot Grandpa right in the eye while emulating him. Only the Consumer Product Safety Commission could save kids from pushing up daisies because of such things as daisies.
The sun would never go down. My love for hunting.
And what little tyke wouldn't have been thrilled and lured in by the little lady range? A product that would heat up to 500 to 600 degrees Fahrenheit became the joy toy for youngsters until 1969, when the Consumer Product Safety Commission succeeded in banning it. Well, there'd be a way to lower the temperature as the generations matured. Pretty soon, the Susie Homemaker would come along to help young girls learn the domestic arts of the kitchen. Shocking. And also, questionable socialization. Now, never mind the fine print. That's only there for liability purposes.
Hey, Dad, can I have a Susie Homemaker too?
Well, son, whatever you like, you can have it. But you better ask Mom first, because you just might burn your hand off.
Yeah, Dad, but this one uses only a light bulb.
Well, what would you say? Dad should say no, because youngsters up until 2006 got serious burns and trapped hands and fingers, which called for a recall of the Susie Homemaker home bake oven.
No electric shock, no electric cord. Doesn't even get that hot. Could I have one, please?
And once again, the Consumer Product Safety Commission in 1969 came to the rescue of our youth by banning Whammo's Malayan blow gun. Because, as you can see, if it could go through a 1/4 inch of plywood, kids, it could probably go through more than a 1/2 inch of you. And we wouldn't want that now, would we? Maybe it would be better to learn just how to play soccer with your fist. And how about this amazing innovation? That's right, creepy cars, where you can use the plastic goop to make your very own model molds of creepy critters inside the lovely hot thing maker, where you can make, well, things that are creepy and crawly. Haha. Now, never mind the fact that you could burn yourself on the molds. You could pick up the plastic goop critter while it was still hot and, get a nice little torquing to the fingers and so forth. Not to mention the fumes in the atmosphere. But wait, they came up with something even better called incredible edibles. Who needed plastic goop when you could have gobbledygook? Never mind that it might be toxic to kids after ingestion. And as an advanced concept model of today's 3D printers, welcome to the Vacuform. Completely and totally safe, uses only vacuum to mold plastic, except for the fact that for the first 5 to 10 minutes, the heating chamber will smoke. Better than candy cigarettes even, huh, perhaps? Nothing like inhaling some leftover plastic fumes. Does the body and the mind good. Most. Fortunately, the toy makers came along with safer toys that girls and boys could have nothing but pure enjoyment from. Now, what could possibly be wrong with the hula hoop? Nothing except... Why, certainly it's safe, it's fun, and it's even healthy. With all the exercise one gets, no doubt about that. The rage of the 1950s, when it became public in 1958 but faded in 1959, the hula hoop made a comeback in 1965 with the Shoop Shoop hula hoop, a noise-making device. Perfectly fun, healthy, safe, and of course, maybe not. According to the British Medical Journal, the hula hoop was responsible for an increase in back, neck, and abdominal injuries. Oh, kids, you have no idea what will happen to you in later life because you hula hooped too much. And also, Indonesia designated that while it might be patented and protected in the United States, hula hoops were banned because they might stimulate passion. Heaven forbid. And because of the stresses and strains of excessive hooping, in the United States, doctors diagnosed and designated what became known as hula hoop syndrome. Don't let that happen to your kids.
Edgar, you quit hooping. You're gonna get hula hoop syndrome.
Yeah, right. And just remember, you're never too old to hula hoop. So, really, hula hoops being that dangerous, maybe, maybe not. But now, enter a different type of toy danger. No, it's not that playing with the Evel Knievel motorcycle launching toy will get your fingers ground or caught in the gears, or your ears, or your eyes, or your nose. You can't shoot your eye out with this one. But what you can do is imitate Evel Knievel in your own backyard through innovation, creativity, plywood, and other self-constructed bicycle jumps. One hospital in New York was seeing 30 injuries a week from kids attempting bicycle jumps using car hoods, planks, milk crates, anything they could find, and one 14-year-old boy became paralyzed. So, the evil in Evel Knievel is easy to see, isn't it? But what if you wanted to just play with Whammo Willie the Water Bug in the 1970s? That looks like fun, wet toy, flailing little strands that are shooting water out, except that there would be, of course, excessive whipping from the flailing plastic tentacles. Oh, fun at a price. And what have we here with the slip and slide? Why, an orthopedic surgeon's dream. Chiropractors made a living because it was crazy when people scoot like seals. Remember, kids, what goes up must come down. Maybe better put the slip and slide on a lawn instead of the driveway,
Hey, Dad, can I throw your old lawn darts at Susie when she's on the slip and slide?
No, son, I don't think so. Although that is rather creative. So maybe now, folks, you're beginning to get the point of deadliness that lurks within the world of fun promised by toys. And even today, in the new millennium, we still have the menace, the social menace of silly string. Festive? Party fun? Well, maybe not. Protect the environment and save the world from silly string is not a silly idea at all, or maybe it is. What didn't seem to be a silly idea were jump shoes. You can only imagine what sort of jumps led to what sort of bumps, thumps, and lumps. But maybe, just maybe, we ought to shift to toys, safe toys, educational toys, to help kids progress into the world of the future. Now, wood burning isn't going to launch anybody into the cosmos. It might launch somebody into the burn ward, but that's not the point. Warning, warning, danger, danger. But maybe that pales into comparison to some other fanciful notions about toys that inventors and marketers had. Hey, how about this for an idea? Let's set them loose with all kinds of safe and nifty chemicals. Make sure you follow the instructions clearly. But wait. What if we went past the chemistry set? The test tubes and the scales. No Bunsen burners for you. Just like Dagwood and Blondie. $50 is the equivalent. Welcome to the Atomic Energy Lab, where your child can have his or her very own radioactive materials. What child doesn't want to have an atomic energy lab of his or her own? Well, hers weren't very prominent back in the 50s, which is a whole nother world of stories. And never mind, just because it's radioactive, it's completely harmless, Mom, Dad, and kids. Yay! So yeah, the home lab kit for the kids got pulled from the market, not because of the radioactive stuff, but because it cost $50 back then, which might be more in the $300 to $500 range today. Leave it to the old cost-benefit analysis to do in this perhaps most dangerous of any dangerous toy. So maybe, just maybe, you took a look at these toys of the past and said, wow, what fun and what a blast. But how much longer could they last? That's kind of a twisted road to hoe. I'll take green. Oh, and heavens to Betsy. What happens when it goes past the preteen stage? Oh, goodness gracious, maybe we better take nuts a green. Fun for all. But maybe we better not take the green. Maybe we better take... And thanks for joining. Just wanted to toy with your mind a little bit.